All right, everybody. Let's do this. We got another one. Do we have any names in the chat? There is a redeem for about 2,000 channel points to name the run. If no one's got anything, that's totally fine, but I'll just give you guys a couple minutes to try and come up with something. But I think it does seem like attacking from the back is going to be the move once we get to duo. I had no idea that that would make so much difference. So hopefully that's like a consistent thing and not just like a weird bug we happen to get on that attempt. But poodle brain. All right, there it is. All right, so we'll give it one more shot. If we don't get it, then we'll probably call it there. I typically don't stream on Sundays to begin with, so this was kind of just like a bonus thing anyway. If it ends up being a little bit shorter, like it is what it is. I do appreciate everyone sticking around over the break. I know that's not the most exciting part, but we'll get another run going. And hopefully this one goes deep. If not, it is what it is. We got out of early game at least. But dude, if anyone's gonna mess up this run, it is apparently Noble. This is it. You know, I could see it. I could. I feel like that was a pretty clean run that we just left behind by accident. Well, like I was thinking about it while I was taking my break and everything, and like I don't think there's really anything you can do there. Because you can't like back off and see if he goes into the transition, because if he ends up like floating too high, I think because you're using Starfist, like you can whiff. And then if you sit there and wait and see, and then he does do the Ring of Fire, you're like, okay, well, I'm not on top of him, so that's good. But guess what? Now he's rolling around. And that ain't good for anyone. And that attack is so long that it wouldn't surprise me if Apostle woke up during it. So it's just like you have all sorts of issues that come up if you try and sit there and like wait to make sure he's gonna transition. It's like I think we've been playing it right. I think the RNG of him coming out of the stagger is just bad. So hopefully the attacking him from behind is actually like bonus damage that we're getting there, and that's like a consistent thing we can count on. And then we don't even have to worry about him trying to transition.
Goodbye.
Because like I was saying, that's not the first time he's done that to us. Like we've had 2 or 3 runs that died at Noble because of that exact reason. Or duo rather. Because he'll like wake up and not go into the transition right away. I don't know what causes it. It doesn't seem to be an issue like in the actual like Godskin Noble fight. When we fight him in Volcano Manor, that doesn't seem to be a thing that happens. But it certainly happens here. Yeah, I guess not.
Have they, sir? But I can play turning root to aid you. You need own to the foot. Then it's summon me. Ah, I bequeath. Use it. It will some torrent. Treat him with.
But we'll do one more setup, and hopefully everything continues to go well. If not, it is what it is. It's a Sunday stream, you know. It's a bonus stream as is. I'm just glad we were able to get out of early game first try. That was really all I wanted to get out of running today. I didn't want that to become like a giant like mental hurdle that we needed to be thinking about. So I think we accomplished that. But I think if that does happen again, like I think you just die. Because we tried killing him. Like the first time it happened, we were just like, oh, well, we'll just kill him and then we'll just wait for the fire to disappear. But like when his body slumps over, it like pushes you into the fire. So it's like, okay, that's not gonna work. And then I want to say the second time we tried to like jump through it, and we ended up getting burned going through. So we died there. And then just now, we tried like rolling through and that didn't work. So I'm really not sure if there's like any way to get out of that if you get caught in it. Like that might just be like a delayed auto death kind of deal. You always expecting to throw fire pots there. Nah, I don't gotta throw fire pots. I got the katana.
Hello?
But using the katana is a little bit faster.
Help me. I'm stuck. Hello? Hello? Oh, I am please.
When you hop off the horse.
My just give and I'll don't dally. Give it your all.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
Oh, that's well, wait. I see.
That's like when I watch 1v2 do this. He like he pulls Alexander out of the ground, but then he like climbs this cliff and then like shoots him from across the gorge to kill him. Because he's doing like the bow only, right? He doesn't have like the stagger lock option like I do. But like every time he like gets him out, he talks to him and then he leaves. I'm like, you need the shard though. And then it's like, oh yeah. He gets it, it's just different. Yeah, same but different. We need a lot of the same things, but the way we do it tends to differ a little bit. Thank you for the follow. I'm trying to think. So, like, when we did the testing on Noble just now, I don't think it was like a Star Fist meme where, like, he got hit twice. I'm pretty sure it was just more damage. Because it would suck to get this far again and then realize, oh, that was just, like, actually a bug thing that wasn't supposed to happen. And then end up losing it there again. I'm fairly certain that'll be consistent, though. You really just never know, though. You really just never know with this game. Hey, what's up, Killer B? How's it going, dude? I'm chilling. We just took a hit on the Godskin duo, unfortunately, so we're on a reset. But we made it a lot further than we did last night. So it's not the worst. No worries, dude. The spawn-in animation on this dude always makes me laugh. Guys, we just passed attempt number 50. That's too funny. Oh, he's supposed to be there, like, the whole time. He just doesn't render in until you get, like, closer to him for some reason. You know, this feels like less of a reset setup, which is nice. Like, it feels like we actually got to, like, play the game. We, like, did some stuff. We didn't just, like, set up 2 times in a row. This feels not as bad. Because, like, even starting today, like, the first setup, I was like, I don't want to do this, bro. I don't want to do this. We just did this 5 times. But, like, actually getting a run that, like, kind of goes somewhere. It's like, alright, well, these things happen. This is, in fact, part of the run. But that actually felt like a good, like, mental reset, honestly.
Well, it's been a... How can I? Have us?
Yeah, that felt like a fairly quick beginning portion. I'm not sure how long that usually takes. I don't usually start timing from there, but... No, we don't get to Godskin. Like, the first one is in Volcano Manor, and then we fight the Godskin duo in Farm Azula, which is towards, like, the end of the any percent after Fire Giant. So that's not for a little while yet. Hopefully we do get there again, but... Oh, there is the Godskin Apostle is in that tower. Yeah, we don't fight him on this run though. We just fight Apostle as part of the duo later on in the game. Yeah, Apostle is a very difficult fight though. I was talking earlier about how I'd like to do a run that doesn't like utilize the sleep pots and all that kind of stuff. And like the Godskin duo is a very difficult fight, but like even more so, it's like Godskin Apostle specifically. Yo, what's up, Zen? Welcome in, dude. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, he does have a very cool weapon once you kill him in the tower. It's very, very strong. Yeah, the Godslayer sword. Yeah, I didn't understand it at first until I learned how the weapon art actually worked, and then I was like, oh, okay. But that stuff can melt bosses. It's kind of disgusting. Practicing ER for 4 hours today? Let's go, dude. When do you start runs? Is that sometime soon? Or are you just trying to like mostly focus on Bloodborne at this point? The Godskin potato peeler. I've heard that weapon's pretty decent as well, but... Dude, no poison? The bats didn't even jump at us? It's a little too good. Two more weeks. There you go. Alright. Looking forward to it, dude. Always very excited to see more people get into Elden Ring. Yeah, is it like the Liurnia portion specifically? Because that's always what got me. It's like as soon as you got to the lakes and all the landmarks are like, oh, the water. It's like, okay, well, that's not helpful for anyone. Really? I mean, like, that makes sense considering the fact that it's like an alternate controller, so I could definitely see that being an issue. But yeah, for me, like, one of the biggest hurdles as far as like setup was concerned was always like figuring out where I needed to go in Liurnia next. It took me forever to like memorize the line that I have now. Yeah, yeah. Because you're doing, I'm sure you're getting like Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength, right? So you have to manage like both your weapon buffs, you have to manage the physic, and then like the actual weapon itself. Yeah. No, Margit is actually after Rykard. Our route is a little bit odd, but it basically makes it so that we can do a couple harder things first. That makes the easier things like even more easy than they already are. So like we start by going to Volcano Manor and we fight Noble, and then after Noble we kill Rykard. We grab the Serpent Hunter since that's all Somberstone upgrades, and we can get that to +9, which is almost maxed like right away. So that's basically a free weapon we can use until we pick up the Star Fists, which is what we end up using for the rest of the run. But Rykard gives you like 170,000 runes, I believe. So that basically pumps us up from like 35 strength to 51. I think it's 51 now. So that gives us like a ton of damage going into Margit. And it makes him a bit of a pushover. Get off the horse, there you go. Yeah, that's going to be a really cool run to watch those in. I feel like you should run Elden Ring on Tuesdays or Thursdays when I'm not streaming so I can be there. Yeah, Rykard is a very difficult boss. There's a video that I was sent by another Hitless runner that I frequent their streams, and she sent me this video that basically is like a complete breakdown of everything you need to know for Phase 2, basically, which was super helpful. It's not really like a ton of information, but it's very helpful information. Because there is a lot to him. You know what? Let's pick that up since we're on a slight deficit because of the sleep arrow pickups now. You know, I don't actually know what the name of the video is. Remind me after we get done with setup, and I'll drop the link for it in chat if you're interested in it. I have the link for it, I just don't know what the name of the video is. And I kind of want to make sure we keep moving so this doesn't end up going too late. Yeah, see, I don't really like the positioning there. So let's do one of these. But basically the video kind of just shows you what the soul attacks for Rykard are. Basically once he has done 3 soul attacks is when you can actually just like loop him infinitely by using the weapon art of the Serpent Hunter. And that's really like the mega useful part of that video. It like demonstrates the 4 attacks, and then it goes into a little bit of depth about how like attacks 1 and 2 always have like follow-up attacks, whereas the 3rd and 4th soul attacks you can just immediately go into the loop. So it's very helpful. It's a lot to take in, but if you can, like, it does make the fight much cleaner, which is good. Because it's a fight with a lot going on, despite being like a gimmick fight.
Forgive me to determine if you had. It seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering place.
It is very helpful
Very
overall.
much
It's confusing, like you might have to watch it a couple of times to tell what's really going on, but it's worth watching a couple of times if you're really struggling on Rykard. I always forget where I'm at, bro. You are, yeah. Yeah, it is a very difficult fight. Like having a leveled up Serpent Hunter definitely helps, but understanding the moves is also obviously quite a big part of that. Most people do. If you're doing like a weapon specific run, you can't level it up. You are required to use Serpent Hunter for Rykard, like you can't get up next to him and start fighting. Okay. After we kill Deathbird, I'm gonna probably have to take a quick break here, guys. My dog is freaking out. Yeah, he has like a lot of really big animations that make it feel like his attacks come at you like really slow. I can definitely understand the issue you're having there for sure. Don't be a jerk. I don't know. He's just a puppy. He struggles asking for the things that he needs. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna idle here for a second, and I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Alright, guys, sorry about that. Hopefully this is sorted. Thank you for the welcome back. Yeah, I don't know. He's just a little pup. He doesn't know what he wants. He's
Hello.
trying to figure out how to communicate with
Hello.
people properly.
Well, it's rather
Also, thank you for
chilly
the follow.
here.
I
Is
do
my
appreciate
mistress
it.
I was accosted by a... Could I ask
Made a
that
sandwich? Let's go.
falcon
What kind of
maiden
sandwich
if
you
you've...
make?
Oh, what a blessed thug, please.
The dog is fine. He was literally freaking out because no one was sitting on the floor with him. Because he's just a picky, spoiled boy like that, apparently.
What, he just
Classified. Okay. I'm so glad you brought it up
show
so we
me
could
who I
not talk
consider
about it.
I'm not in love. You're a first.
Soul.
The dog is safe.
The dog is safe, yeah. He's just kind of a little jerk sometimes.
Please. Oh, thank you. Did I forget? I see you are very to steady such. Please.
Dang, Zorp. I also appreciate Soul, and it is very funny that that was actually what I was saying in that clip. And this dude was like, we can twist this. This is fine. Because if you listen, you can hear the cut. Listen for it. Soul, he's the worst. You hear it? I hate having him around. He's not funny. It was like, as soon as I said it, I was like, there's no way this doesn't get clipped out of context later. Not only was it clipped out of context later, but then turned into a meme. Which now lives in audio form on my computer. Man, I'm like gonna have to find a way to save that somehow. Because I'm supposed to be getting like an actual desktop computer. I don't want to lose that file. Oh man, is it hot where everyone is today? I imagine it must be. We've been like mid to high 80s like all week. Or I guess all last week. Rather, it is in fact Sunday. You didn't go outside? That's probably smart. It may, in fact, be too hot to go outside.
Have ever been jumped by penguin?
I can't say that I have. I can't say that I have. I've not interacted with very many penguins in my day. There are penguins in this game. I don't think they can actually like attack you though. So I'm fairly certain I'm just safe all around. That sounds like something that would happen in Madagascar or something. That's a funny movie. I've only seen it once and it was many, many years ago. But the super agent penguins were so funny. Um, I mean, like, I think there are birds. Like, there's, like, the giant, like, stormhawk eagles that can attack, but there's, like, mini versions of those. I'm pretty sure those don't attack. And then I also believe that there are penguins in this game that can attack. There's, like, a bunch in, like, the coast in Limgrave. Like, if you go to, like, the beach area, like, at the very beginning. Because you can, like, farm them for, like, the feet. And then you can make, like, the gold pickled fowlfoot and the silver pickled fowlfoot. Yeah, but, like, outside of those, I think everything else can, like, attack you. Gerbo, I don't even know what that is. Oh, the rabbit squirrels? Yeah. I don't think those can attack you either, now that I think about it. So probably those three. Because, like, the goats can attack you. Like, they roll around and they can stagger you. The dragonflies can attack you. I don't know for sure, but I would not be surprised if the deer could stagger you. So they kind of, like, jump around, so that would make sense. Fish? There's no fish in this game. Dang, almost no aggro again. Actually, that's not even necessarily true, right? Like the land octopus, I guess, is kind of a fish. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Zorp. Like, I think you would probably have to try pretty hard to get it to happen, but I bet it could happen. There are, like, the ghost deer and stuff like that. Like, you can't interact with those at all. Like, you can't even kill them. So I would be inclined to not count them. Yeah, some underwater combat could be interesting. I bet you they could do, like, some pretty interesting stuff with that for, like, a couple boss fights. Some, like, giant underwater leviathan or something could be cool. The giant boss deer. Well, I mean, that one can definitely hurt you. Excuse you, sir. My dog just walked into my room, peeled off a giant piece of cardboard from, like, the box that I have behind me that has the stuff I haven't unpacked yet, and just walked away with it. So now he's just out there eating cardboard. Oh, he's downstairs. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. My dog's kind of a brat. Alright. We gotta get moving on this, guys. This is, like, the longest setup. Oh, man. This is, like... Noble should be dead at this point. Thank you for welcome back again. Oh, man. Alright, what did I miss here? Some hydrate? I could do that. I can hydrate. Yeah, unfortunately, if he keeps acting up, we might just have to like end stream, even though we're partway through a run or whatever. I don't want to have to like pause every 10 minutes to make sure he's not doing something stupid. Alright, I have no concept of what we have for mushrooms right now, so I'm just gonna pick this up. Get stuck in the tent. Lose even more time. All according to plan. Your head hurts? When was the last time you drank some water? That is a pretty common source of headaches. When you ate your sandwich? Oh, that's good. Probably just need time to like absorb it then. Although not sleeping can also be part of it. True. Maybe it was a headache sandwich. And he just refused to tell us. That could be true. Sounds like a band name. Yo, Headache Sandwich is like the best pop punk band that I've heard in a hot minute. For fans of Green Day and Fall Out Boy. I hate it here. Yeah, oh yeah, that'll also do it. Alrighty. We might not even need to rest to make it daytime here. It's actually impossible to tell if it's daytime right now or not. It was almost daytime. I don't know why they made the clouds that color. But just like make it look like daytime even though it's night. Yeah, like those deer like jump around a little bit, so like if they could stagger you, that wouldn't be the most surprising thing I've ever heard. The penguins are poisonous. That is pretty valid. Yeah, gonna get Goomba stomped by the deer, bro. Watch out. Yeah, honestly, like if Donut came in here, he's like, bro, I just lost a run to a deer Goomba stomping me. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I always get a little nervous about stopping right there, like in the middle of all the rams and stuff. I know it's not likely for them to just randomly start rolling, but like, it can happen.
You're in no matter how you.
No, that's not where we're at. Alright, so what do we do here? We level up, 32. Good. Get our flasks going. Dude, is he tearing a box up downstairs now? Guys, I'm really sorry. I don't... Hold on. Oh man, did you guys know it was a lot of work to have a puppy? Imagine. Alright, I think that's everything. You did actually. Interesting. Yeah, I was low-key under the impression that, like, if you got them young, then you could, like, train them to, like, do the things you wanted them to do.
I hereby take my hand.
Elden Ring
I
is
will
hard. Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
I am Tan Rias, a warrior. Perhaps will you join YX rise with us? Intro now you the drawing room, but be sure.
Okay. It only takes a few years, yeah. That's kind of crazy, because, like, Vi took him to, like, the vet at one point when he was probably, like, 4 or 5 months. He was, like, getting the last of his puppy shots or whatever. And they were like, he's, like, completely potty trained, right? And we're like, no. And they were, like, appalled. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that would not be normal at all. Alright, no worries, Fredno. Appreciate you dropping in, dude. Always good to have you. But they were, like, so upset with us for our 4-month-old puppy to, like, not be completely housebroken yet. And it's like, okay, this is, like, our first dog. So, like, that would be insane. And then also, like, we haven't had him that long, dude. Like, I know some people are very talented and they do very well with their dogs, but, like, I don't think that's a normal thing when you're on your first puppy. Yeah, like, that seems like a very above average, like, trainer, if anything, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure that would be insanely abnormal if he was just completely fine by 4 months. Yeah. But, like, even based on the dog's personality, like, I feel like you would still, in addition, like, need a very good trainer on top of that. Even if the dog was like, yeah, I want to learn and be, like, a good dog or whatever. Like, you still have to be good at training them. Like, especially that young, like, they have no grasp of anything yet, it feels like. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We don't. It's just the one. But I could also see that being insanely useful. Oh, man. This guy again. Alright, that was cutting it a little close. He didn't transition there though, so we're good. That was a clean noble. We could get that to happen all the time. You would not hear me complaining about that, dude. Alright. Why did those snails aggro so fast to me? Or slugs, rather. They were like rearing up ready to shoot before I even got there. That doesn't feel normal. You locked it. I'm sorry, Vi. Yeah, the first one usually aggroes because you land like right in front of him. I'm not sure why the other ones aggroed so fast. We might get like a good cycle on this lizard now, though. You know what? That's probably faster. Let's go with that. We did not get a good cycle on this. It literally just doesn't matter. Yeah, he's just, he's a picky dude. I don't know what's up with that. The sleep arrows makes this so much nicer. I wonder if we should buy like even a couple more sleep arrows and sleep like all three of these guys instead of trying to kukri it. I wonder if that would be better. It's like the kukri works, but sometimes they just like turn weird. But the one with like the potato head might have like increased resistance too, though. I appreciate it, 1v2. Yeah, that's not something I would ever just wing on a live run, but something to think about. Yeah, that's true. He might have like one of those weird like 2-second sleeps. Also a very good point. Zorp is quite quickly becoming a knower. I'm into it. One day we'll find like a no aggro line for down there. Cause like I bet you could like snipe out the alarm guys. Like that's probably a viable option there. But again, I wouldn't want to test it. Because it would suck to aggro, like the... I don't even remember what they're called. I'm drawing a blank. What the heck are these guys called? The black dumpling head guys. I would hate to like aggro them like before we even drop. Like that would be tragic. You know what we could do though? We could sleep like the first lizard, like the one who usually goes like up the stairs. Again, I'm not trying to test anything like right now, but see, like I hate this where he like climbs up the stairs. That does not work for me. And now what is this guy doing? Like, what is that pathing, dude? What the heck was that? I hated it. The whole thing. Throw it out. Redo. Donuts do sound very good. I could go for some donuts. Yeah, right? Because that's just like a regular lizard, dude. So like that could actually be something. Like we do have like 2 extra arrows. So that would be an option. What did the pup do? Oh, yeah. He doesn't know that he's getting big. Oh, a little too close to the wall there. I didn't even realize there was a dude there, in all honesty.
I presume.
What a crappy hit that would have been.
So perhaps.
Okay. Laying in front of his window. I mean, you could always use the recliner. Yeah, so the false wall is actually like really bad to use in this run. Because if you open that wall, like you can get hit while you're talking to EG. That's why I always like do the jump around behind. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get there, so that does make a lot of sense. Like, I would imagine most people probably don't get there for the first time by teleporting. Ah. That was kind of close. This blaze is probably like completely reset now too. No, I guess not completely. This is 2. 3. That was not. Okay. So this is 3. Ultimately doesn't matter. Alright, we were greedy there, I'm not gonna lie. That was not the best way to fight him, but he didn't punish us for it, so I'll take it. I should have been punished there, honestly. I punished a lot of combos under 50%, which is just idiotic behavior.
I harbor even he would any road though we made. We hunted up and with every
Alright, so gate front. Time to go grab Shackle. Actually, I'm gonna force run these ads. They're about to start in like a couple of seconds anyway. We're just gonna run them a little bit early because we're about to do a couple bosses in quick succession, and we do have like a little bit of setup here. So I'm gonna run them a little bit early. I will see you guys in just a moment. I figure since we have to do like the slow walk to despawn the invader, it's probably better to just do that now. And then we don't have to like wait outside Godric's door or something like that. It's so funny that this is a thing you can do that works. Invader spawns in, and you can just like walk away and be like, nah. And then just go right back in. He doesn't respawn. He's just gone now. Such a goofy mechanic. Alright, do we buy any? No, we don't buy here. Yes, we do. We do buy here. We need shackle.
Now, those that have a chance find them well.
Yeah, when we go through and we start like learning Sekiro Shura route and stuff like that, I'm gonna be taking many notes. I should actually get like a paper notebook to like write stuff down in because I don't have any like screen room, but I need to start like writing things down. We're getting way too much stuff. You know what? We can do like all this setup right now too. So we're like all good and ready to go after Margit. What kind of... I don't really know. Like, honestly, just like some kind of like school notebook or something even would be fine. Like something with like larger pages so I can put a lot of stuff on one page. Like, I don't think it needs to be like a fancy kind of thing. But I think I legitimately, especially if I'm going to start learning like new runs, I need to start like taking notes. Lined would be good, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm not super familiar with the with the different types of notebooks. 1v2. Dude, Margit's a crazy fight on longbow only. Thank you for GG's though. Smashed. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. I gotta open my Pokemon pack, guys. Let's see what we got. What the heck? 1v2. That guy. Alright. Let's see, what do we get out of the pack today? I'm holding my controller firmly with one hand. Oh, it's something. It was not something. I had that already. It looked like the last card was like a full art when it like pulled it out. I got bamboozled. Yo, what's up, Goody? Welcome in, dude. Thank you for the raid. How's it going, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Are you able to give a shout out, Vi? For Mr. Goody over here? There we go. Runs today are okay. We were having a lot of trouble yesterday with getting past literally the first boss in the run. You were on. Alright, no worries, no worries. You're all good. But we're doing much better today. Oh, Liza P, were we on to the DLC? How's that? Just started the DLC. Very nice. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I was a huge Liza P fan up until like the very end, where they introduced like the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, and I was like, that crap sucks. What am I doing? All right, I'm good. So, I will probably play the DLC at some point. I'm not like rushing to it just yet. Healthy challenging, very nice. That's what you want, really. Like, they went pretty hard on Shadow of the Erdtree, with just like everything needs to be really hard, which was kind of rough, but. But yeah, that's definitely like a good level of difficulty then. But welcome in everybody. My name is Zephyr, Zeph, whatever you want to go with, either is fine. I am a challenge runner. I do hitless stuff, I do speed stuff, I do a lot of stuff in between. We are currently working on all great runes, hitless. We are PB1 to Melania, which is literally the final split. So we're kind of at a point in our journey where like any run could realistically be the one, which is really exciting. And after we get this one, we're actually going to be moving over to Sekiro, which is also very exciting. Yeah, welcome in everyone. Goody, if you need to go do like after stream care stuff, no worries at all about raiding and running. I totally understand. If you want to chill, you are of course more than welcome to. But welcome in, guys. We're like just getting the run started at this point, so you guys came in at a great time. Oh, that's right. The first D&D night. That's huge, dude. Yeah, enjoy that. Have a great time, my guy. That sounds like it'll be a blast. But yeah, thank you for bringing everyone over. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have a great night, dude. Today could be the day, you know? That's what they say. It's always the run until it's not. Always the run until it's not. And, you know, like right now, hitless could be the run. This is our second run of the day. We unfortunately lost the first one to Godskin Noble being super corny. We have a script for him, and for whatever reason, the Noble just, very in character of him, he decided that he was going to ignore the script, and instead of phase transitioning at 20% of his health pool, he literally just like threw out an attack instead. So, unfortunately, that did set us back quite a bit. So this is going to be our last run for the day. Wherever we get hit, we're just going to end up dropping it there. I don't typically stream on Sundays. This was kind of just a spur of the moment kind of thing. So, the pens are nice. I really like it's like the big pens, right? Those are really good. Okay, this time we didn't aggro like any of these guys. So I think we need to start like jumping more to the right instead of climbing the tree on the left. Apparently that makes a difference. I didn't think it did, but... Alright, we gotta come back here later, so pick this up. Hey Raven, welcome in. Isn't that the brand? I thought it was. I thought that was the brand you got. Oh, is it Pilot? I could have sworn it was big. Yeah, runs are much better today than they were yesterday. Yesterday we did set up 5 times. Like, basically back to back. We just died to Noble and Rykard, like, over and over again. Today we've already made it past Noble and Reichard on both of our runs. So we're doing so much better today than we were yesterday. Big or the cheap? Okay, I must have just confused the brands then. Yo, thank you for the follow. Okay, now it's getting a little bit beyond me. I don't know what any of that is about. But whatever the ones you get, I do really like. You witnessed one of the noble deaths? You didn't miss anything then, because it was literally just that like 5 times. It was awful. It just wasn't happening. Ah. But we did much better today. We died to Noble on the last run. It was just Noble somewhere else. But I think we have that solved. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. If it does, it is what it is. I'll workshop it offline, but I think we're good.
I am the Lord of all that is golden. And one day, we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Alright, there's another one down. You know, I've always been team left side for this specific section. But the more I watch other people do like the right side, the more I think I might end up adopting that strat at some point. Because like here, I usually have to dodge one attack, but it seems like if you go around the other way, you don't have to dodge anything. Like sometimes that's just a little bit sketchy. Like it's one attack, so it's not a big deal. But I really don't like the slope block for the arrow on the right side. I much prefer this one. Because like the angle just never looks safe, no matter how many times I watch it. Like I'm sure it's actually fine on account of I've watched so many people do that and never get hit. But I've never done it. I changed my physic already, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. You found me note-taking stuff? Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, it's like the more I watch like other people's runs and the more I run this one, and then like I have to reset all the time and we go back to roundtable hold to do so much stuff. It's like I always forget like what portion I'm at. I feel like I should like start taking notes that I can like actually follow. And the notes just say, this is not Meta's run. This is not 1v2's run. This is your run. Alright. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get to Redmane Castle. And then we're going to have to go back to the Round Table Hold. We need to pick up our 3rd Talisman pouch. And that'll be a pretty significant damage buff. Again, that was incorrect. But that'll be a pretty significant damage boost against Radahn. He's like the only boss slow enough to actually take any charged R2s from this weapon. Oh, is that a Golden Eyes? Heck yeah, dude. I've heard that could be a blessing. I've also heard that it could be a curse. So we'll see how Radahn goes, and then I guess we'll know. Highlight? No, I don't need anything like that. Highlighters just make it like more difficult to read, in my opinion. I remember I tried using them at one point, and I just either ended up like smudging the ink, or yeah, it just made it like more difficult to read.
Only fine. You have now to become the thing as now.
Alright. So now we have that. No, that's incorrect. That's what I was looking for. And then we'll just level real quick. Couple points into strength, all good. And it's Radahn time. Oh, I wasn't even using Blue Dancer. Well, this is why I need notes. Go and get the item. Do not use the item. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Champions, welcome! The stars have aligned! The festival! The festival!
That does make sense, though. I felt like our damage on Godric was a little bit low for some reason. Could not figure out what it was. It was the lack of Blue Dancer. Alright, Radahn was a bit of a jerk on the last run. Hopefully he gives us the opener we're looking for right away this time. Okay. Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, crazy how clean that fight gets when you remember to use the Great Rune, huh? Alright. Tabs? What does that mean? Highlight without highlighter? I mean, I don't know that I would use something like that. No, I just need to like have something in front of me that I can like reference every time I split, so I know what the heck I'm doing. Trust in office supply girl. That's hilarious. Yeah, I think it's just like a combination of the fact that like I've been watching so many runs that are so different from mine. And then like I've been streaming for like pretty decently long periods of time as well. Like we're like 4.5 hours into this one right now. It's like a mix between those two things. My brain is just like cooked. Beautiful. So I think I actually found out how to make that like way more consistent. I think it's like the timing of the swing. You kind of want to like go for the swing as you're about to hit the ground. That seems to make it way more consistent. I don't know why. Like I cannot rationalize why that might be the case in my head, but I think that's it. Oh, get that out of here. No one wants to see that. Come on. You think it embodies fried brain? You know, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. That does make sense. Alright, grab this. We can teleport back. And then after this, we just need to go and get the whetstone blade. And then we can get our actual weapon set up. Lift side. Alright, much happier with runs today. It's going significantly better than yesterday's runs. I don't know that I've ever noticed that that guy like stands up like that. That was kind of weird. Okay, so now we can get Starfists all set up. We'll go ahead and melt the next boss.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, he just stood up dead. Rough life out here being a Stormveil Castle guard. Alright, and then we just level up a little bit. I think we only get like 2 levels here, maybe 3. Oh, we have actually a bunch of stuff to sell that I just totally spaced on. So probably like 4 or 5.
Back over, no matter.
Okay, that did look a little bit low in the rune count. I was kind of confused there for a second. Not gonna lie. Alright. Let's go get gold free, shall we? Gold for free, exactly. You know what? I'm changing that split name. I get nervous every time I run up this tree branch now, because we had that 1 week where like every time I like transitioned from branch to branch, I like started to slip off. I never like lost a run to it, but it was like, this is apparently a thing that I really need to be aware of. Yo, what's up, Midman? Welcome in, dude. Appreciate the good luck. Oh, he's gonna run away now. Oh well. Yo. I hated all of that. Thank you for cheese. Yeah, the stairs. It always gets a little bit sketchy as soon as you start playing around the stairs, but I don't know, I haven't been hit by it yet, which is like shocking. But it seems like his stomp attack doesn't really have a hitbox like above the ground. Mom said not to play on the stairs. Sounds like Mom was a smart woman. I'm sure I'll get memed to it at some point. It'll be like one of the worst feeling runs that we ever lose, but I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, so I have no reason to assume that it will happen. Alright. Almost back to where we were, guys. Oh yeah, the crouch cancels on Gambit, yeah. I saw Exy do that one day, and I was like, no shot, I'm doing that. Oh man. It does actually make it like significantly faster. Like we're not talking like a 0.1 like second time save or whatever. Like it's actually like a couple of seconds. It's hilarious. Okay, you rat. Why was our damage lower there? Thank you for GG. I mean, you saw him try to run away. You saw that crap. I'm confused. I don't know why we killed him before he went into like the sword rain. Yeah, we have the Great Rune going. Which is funny because we one cycled Radon this
Hello
time,
again.
but not the first
Old
time.
friend. Allow me, you are
No, not a
unprevented
dancer
the
thing.
thorn, a husk, the only way and become
The
my
Great
purpose,
Rune,
so I guide you
Godric
to the
specifically,
flame
gives
then
you like
and
plus
guide.
5 to like every stat basically. So it's extra damage, it's extra health, it's extra endurance. But yeah, I'm not sure what the difference was there in all honesty. So thank you for the follow. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm missing any. I wonder if I can like headshot him when he's like shackled. That could be a thing. Nah, I'm missing something? I don't think I am. Couldn't be anything else. I ate the flesh. I used Golden Vow. Aw, heck. True. Very true. My noteslessness. I ate the flesh. I mean, I did. It was, in fact, exalted. No, it's less. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I legit don't know. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not dangerous to kill him while he's, like, doing the sword rain stuff. I'm just confused on why it didn't happen last time. But it did here. Yeah. The game just got bored and it was like, what if this time we did something a little different? Alright, see, this is much better because they're like actually walking away from this hallway. Do you believe it? But it's like, ah yes, the sentient code. Codeception. Always something to consider. Alright, just shy of Godskin Duo now, guys. It's so close to daytime. Just not quite. Lots of steel in this game. Lots of it. Did we aggro someone? We did. That's kind of odd. Okay. We were pretty wide there, I thought. Stealing my heart. That's a good one. That's a good one. No, honestly, like, I usually don't even gambit the first time. But I was like, maybe we can make this a little bit faster and just, like, not aggro anything. And it worked last time. I don't know why it didn't this time. Yeah, apparently the answer is funsies for just everything. And then here we've started gambiting because the bird and the Zamor warrior have been acting up lately. Not everything, just coincidence. Okay, bye. Oh, okay. Ask better questions, my bad. Oh, man. See, like, right there, I almost forgot what I was there to buy. If I had notes in front of me, that wouldn't happen.
No. Oh, don't pay me. Just lay out your...
What? Why are we just saying Saturday? Oh, for the note stuff? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Like, even once I get it, like, I probably won't do notes for this run, since it's a very long run, and we do mostly know what we're doing. But, like, once I start, like, running Sekiro and stuff, like, that's... I'll start actually writing things down. But, like, also this is the run, don't forget. So it's like, Saturday's gonna be way too late. We'll have finished this already. Like, everyone keeps saying this is the run. Crazy that this guy has aimbot and he's still able to miss. Right into the ground. What an idiot. I wonder if I could, like, sit down and do, like, an iron ball any percent at this point. Like, I wonder if running AGR has actually gotten me that level of consistency or not. It's like, the damage is pretty similar. So that could be a very real thing. If I could just, like, sit down and run, like, the any percent. Because like, it uses different weapons and stuff. Like, you'd use iron balls instead of star fists. No shot. Why? Like, repathed. There we go. It's like the any percent cuts out, like, Noble and Rykard. Not even RL1, like, just, like, the run I've already done. Like, I wonder if I've actually built consistency to the point where if we wanted to play this game as, like, part of a marathon, like, if that would be, like, a realistic thing. But I've also been watching people speedrun this game. And I'm like, I wonder if I should start speedrunning this game. Yeah, so like it's not so much can I do it, it's do I have a level of consistency where I could literally just sit down and just get it like every time if I wanted to, kind of deal. So I don't know, like marathons feel tempting, but I don't think I even have like a ton of interest in adding like a bunch of games to... What is the word I'm looking for? I cannot think of it, so I'm going to start the entire sentence over. I do not know that I have interest in any collection of games that is currently run together as a marathon. Like, I have zero interest in running, like, Bloodborne emulator. It does, but also, like, no-hitting 3 games back-to-back sounds very appealing. Is unfortunately the other side of that coin. But also, like, depending on what your actual marathon is, like, it would probably be a lot shorter than, like, 8 hours. It would really just depend on, like, what your games are. It's like, I'm definitely not talking about, like, God Run or anything like that. Like, Soulless Trilogy does sound very appealing outside of the fact that, like, Bloodborne. I'm like, I have nothing against Bloodborne. I just don't have access to it. And I've seen way too many people fight with the emulator, where I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing that, for sure. But the idea is interesting. We obviously have like a lot of other games to learn before we ever consider anything like that. Like, realistically, the only one that I'd probably have access to is like Trilogy, which would be Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I haven't even played Dark Souls 1 and 2 yet. Yo, what's up, Tark? Welcome in, dude. It's pretty green in here today. We're almost at our distance PB for the day. Building little houses in Minecraft. Yeah, I know, Tark. I know. It's on my list. It's just, I don't know. I've really taken quite the liking to Elden Ring. And here we are. You were about to suggest Trilogy. Yo, what's up, Sunless? Good to see you, dude. How about we move it up the list? With nickels is crazy. Dude, I can read chat while Fire Giant's not doing anything. Yeah, you know, I don't care for this. This is not how this typically goes. Alright, well. It wasn't clean, but like, it was fine. Was the chat reading? It wasn't. It was fine. Thank you for GG's, guys. One v 2. Yeah, 1v2 is a real one. If you guys aren't following him, I would highly recommend it. He's working on world's first longbow only any percent of Elden Ring. It is an insanely difficult run. Just an all-around chill dude. Thank you for GG's. And then, I mean, while we're at it, right? Tark is an insane runner. He's working on, what is it, Sealed Siblings, and then also Celeste, if I'm remembering that correctly. So that's Hollow Knight and Celeste. And then Zen is also working on Bloodborne all bosses, and he's going to be starting Elden Ring on a DJ Hero controller soon. So like, there's a lot of very cool people in here. If you're not following them, definitely consider it. They're good homies. They show up and support, so. DLC? Nah, DLC's not in this run. Maybe at some point in the future, but that's definitely a little bit outside my wheelhouse at the moment. This run actually ends on Malenia.
Are you to commit? Very let my hand.
But this is all Great Rune, so we have to kill all the Great Rune bosses, which is like Godric, Rykard, Radon, Renala, Moog, Morgott, Malenia. I'm literally like sitting here looking at the splits and I still can't remember who all of them are. So it's a good chunk of the bosses. There you go. There's the list right there for you if you're interested. So no DLC here, but that might be something we tag on to one of these runs in the future. I would like to actually learn how all that works. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Yeah, but we've been working on this run for, I think, just over 2 months at this point. We're PB1, we got hit once on Malenia. And we were hitless all the way up until her, and she's just a very difficult boss, and I'm an idiot sometimes. So we've come close. We've come close. But not quite there. We'll get it soon, though. But this is where we got hit last time. We were on the Godskin duo, and for whatever reason, Noble got dropped down to like 20% health, and he didn't transition. He just decided, nah, I don't need to do that. And we just took a hit to it, unfortunately. But we're running it back. We've got another crack at him coming right up here. And hopefully we can like at least knock out the any percent. We've gotten a few of those. I think this will be like any percent number 4 since starting this run. You just made it to the DLC? Heck yeah, dude, that's sick. Yeah, I did enjoy the DLC, like, for a first playthrough. There were aspects of it that make me hesitant to go back for, like, a repeat playthrough, but inevitably I'll have to. Like, I'm a challenge runner, I have to. I have to learn. If I ever just like end up like getting all the runs in Elden Ring except DLC stuff, and people are like, "Oh, can you help me with this DLC boss?" Like, I can't just be like, "Nope, never learned it, never bothered, didn't care." Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, realistically, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but because they're so spread out, and there's these empty areas you have to go to get them, and like, that's it. So it's just like so far out of your way for like nothing. It's basically just like set up all over again, which is cringe. No one wants that. But we're here again. We're going to take another crack at this. The stinking neighbors, dude. Unbelievable. Did you know they exist? Crazy work. Okay. So hopefully here, what's going to happen is we're just going to attack Noble from behind, and he should take bonus damage, I think is what we've discovered. So hopefully that's a real thing and not just a bug. I think that was just a bug. Because that looked very same as the front. So I'm not entirely sure what went wrong there. He's like asleep, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to like officially workshop something like off stream. Because this is not something I have any interest in. Mother in Christ. Oh, jeez, dude. They really just don't want me to get past Noble. They just don't. Unbelievable. Thank you for GG's. JJ, thank you so much for that, Soul. What's up, Meta? Welcome back. Okay, so we do have ads coming up. Jimmy John's. I think the ads will most likely end up playing like through this next running section. Like, I was looking at the health bar and I'm like, I'm 90% certain that one of them is about to spawn again. The scary part was the fact that I turned around and he was already there. That sucked. But otherwise, all good. All good. But like, honestly, ever since getting like another noble or another apostle after the fight ended, I just assume one is going to spawn at this point. Because apparently that's how we roll. The fifth wheel, yeah. Alright, Soul, no worries, dude. That was a really weird jump. But okay, I guess. Yeah, that's crazy though, that the one test we got like some crazy bug that just made us do like massive damage. And we just assumed that was because we were standing behind him. And then we find out on a live run that is in fact not what happened. This is where you stopped at in base game. I do not blame you, honestly. That fight is absolutely miserable. Okay. They're emptying the car. Is it the ones across the street or like the ones next door? The ones across the street, yeah. He does hate them. I don't know why. They're a very nice couple. Neighbor hate. Alright, so the ads are going now. We'll just chill at this Grace for a bit. And then once the ads are over, we'll head up to Malekith. Alright. Like, pretty good runs today. Even if we end up taking a hit somewhere between now and the end, like, it's all good. We ended up breaking the curse of the early game. Puts us in a good position. And, just another deep run. And that's okay. That's okay with me. I legitimately was just not into any of these games until Dark Souls 3 came out. No one I knew was playing them. I had never honestly even heard of them. So one day I'm sitting at work and people are like, "Oh, you're gonna get Dark Souls 3, right? It's so good. It's gonna be so hard. All this stuff." I'm like, "I've never even heard of that. What is it?" And they're like, "Oh, it's like this crazy hard like fantasy game, whatever." I'm like, "All right, well, I'm into fantasy stuff. Like that's fine. I'll check it out." So I end up downloading Dark Souls 3 like shortly after release, and I played it for a while and I was like, "This sucks. This is like way too hard. I couldn't even make it past like Gundyr." So I uninstalled, and then like 2 years later, probably like a year, 2 years later, I'm sitting there, I'm bored, I'm scrolling through my games, and I'm like, let me give this another shot. And then I actually sit down and I like play through the whole thing over the course of like the next 2 months or whatever. The day after I beat Dark Souls 3, they announced Elden Ring, and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. And we were like saving to move up across the country at that point, so like I didn't have a lot of money to burn. So I just never went back and played like the older games because they were both still like full price. They're always like $60 or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I can pass on that if those are like the older ones. I'm sure the newer ones are the better. But yeah, the Elden Ring experience. And then I ended up having literally the same experience with Elden Ring that I had with Dark Souls 3. I got to Margit, I fought him for 3 hours, and I was like, I guess I kind of suck at this, and then I uninstalled and came back way later, and I mean, now we're doing like no-hit runs and stuff on it. I've put probably close to like 1,500 hours in at this point. Probably like one of my favorite games of all time. So I do have plans. I have both Dark Souls 1 and 2 now. I do want to go back and like play them blind for the first time and all that kind of stuff, and then learn like the any percents for them at the bare minimum. And then, based on how I like actually enjoy them, we'll see where it goes from there. But I've heard they're very good games. I'm sure they are. I just haven't gotten around to them yet. I know Tark is a huge Dark Souls 1 fan. So, should be a good time though. It's just, I don't know, it's not time yet. We're working on other stuff.
Thou who approacheth destined death.
Ah, this is my least favorite opening.
Stolen from me again.
Alright, we need like one more hit here. Okay. Cool.
Witness tarnished. Why cover destined death?
Thank you for GG's. One of my favorite fights in that game, for sure, is definitely Malekith. I know the way I fight him is pretty abnormal compared to what everyone else does, but it has always been pretty consistent for me. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's definitely not for everyone, but when like that kind of person finds like a game like this, I think that's like a very special thing, which is cool. But like, I mean, there's no wrong way to play the game, you know? Like, it's a video game. Do what you want. If that's what you have fun doing, like, power to you, you know? You always have these people who are like, oh, well, you beat the game with summons, it doesn't count. It absolutely counts. Like, it's literally part of the game. Like, don't be that guy. Like, if you just have fun with like the giant OP weapons and you enjoy trading hits with the boss, like, do it. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Your casual playthrough does not have to be a hitless run. Alright, this is unfortunately like one of the scarier bosses for me. For whatever reason, I always get the bug where you like 2-tap an enemy with Star Fists. And I cannot seem to avoid it, so we always, like 90% of the time, end up like actually fighting Gideon, which sucks.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs.
Alright, we're
I
good.
commend your spirit.
We did not get memed. Let's go, chat.
My bones. A time
It feels stupid to say like that's a scary fight, but like realistically it kinda is.
not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
Alright, only 2 bosses left for any percent. Which, I mean, that's always an accomplishment in and of itself. And then, I mean, just a handful more after that, and then we actually have AGR, so time to sit down, lock in. You haven't been I have been sitting down. I think more the lock in was the bit I need to focus on. You're not helping. Nah, you're good. I always appreciate people hanging out in chat and talking. It helps with a lot of like the really long running sections. Oh, that was weird. Alright, so this fight is already completely off the rails, unfortunately. Oh. That's fine. Alright, you should transition here. Okay.
Brave, tarnished.
Alright. Definitely not scripted, but
Befits
we know the fight.
crown.
That's fine. Thank you for GG. Yeah, that was a little bit sketchy, but that's also like one of those fights we spent a lot of time on the ending percent, so we know it pretty well. What'd you miss? Nothing. We're about to wrap up the any percent. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get like the crit zip there, but salvaged, I suppose. Why? Why? That was the weirdest Elden Beast fight I've ever had. The fire scares you every time. That's valid. That was quite valid. I think I might have accidentally like tap R2'd in the last charge there. Because he should have staggered before he actually went away. Thank you for GG. So I mean, there's the any percent. That's huge. So now it's just time to clean up a couple of things. No time limit on Elden Ring. That's valid. Um, Thank you for the hydrate vibe. One of I didn't get to play a lot of Night Rain. Um, I noticed that it kind of messed with my ability to play Elden Ring because it looks very similar, but like the mechanics are slightly different based on which character you're playing. And I was like, I don't want to like screw myself over here. So I played about like 10 hours of Night Rain, but I do think that there's, I guess, like a certain mood for. Dude, the dog starts barking and I just completely lose my train of thought. Um, a certain mood you need to get into Night Rain. Like it is very fast paced, but like on the flip side, it does make Elden Ring feel a lot slower too. Casual any percent, thank you, mid. Yeah, that it feels good to knock that out after being stuck on Noble for 5 hours last stream. But from what I've played, I do really enjoy Night Rain. I'm looking forward to like getting this done and then actually being able to like dive in. I've only done like the first 2 bosses. What is this pathing, bro? Yeah, thank you for the follow. So this is kind of like the scary part of the run. We could pretty much lose it at any boss at this point. There are some bosses in the any percent where it's like, I do legitimately feel like if I ever lost a run there, I would be very upset with myself. But at this point, like, the game does get very difficult. Like, Red Wolf is kind of just an exercise in blind faith in yourself. Because, like, we put him to sleep, but his sleep animation is very short. And you kind of have to, like, walk up to him quite a bit before he actually falls asleep. And I've had it happen a couple of times where I was like, alright, he's going to fall asleep, so I'm going to run up to him now. And then I would run up to him, and he would just jump at me. And just not sleep at all. So I'm very looking forward to that not happening now. Yeah, it does feel like a scam sometimes. So we have a lineup for it. It seems to be mostly consistent. Every now and then it just isn't, and sometimes that just spells disaster for us. Okay, so we crafted already. We're ahead of the game and totally forgot about it. That's fine. So we need this. Alright, so we walk in, we walk forward a little bit. 2 pots. should sleep. See, like, it's sketchy. Like, I hate that crap. Like, he does not look like he's about to fall asleep. He just, like, suddenly does. And I hate it so much. No, it doesn't. That's the problem. Like, he kind of just, like, falls asleep real quick, but it's always, like, after he takes the sidestep, which also looks like an attack. So, like, if you go back and watch that, like, you can literally see me start to veer off, because I was like, I think I actually missed that. And then, boom, suddenly there he is. The preparation feels like homework? That's valid. Oh, dude, we didn't rest and, like, refill. We need our physic back. Otherwise we're gonna get screwed on Renala. Oh, that's not where we're going. Debate parlor? Parlor? Alright, not bad. So yeah, definitely some handwritten notes for future runs, I'm thinking. Alright. This one we just need to make sure is fast. As long as it's fast, we're fine. If she starts pulling shenanigans, like, we're probably in trouble. It's always this one, dude. And I always need it to not be.
Little Rani, my dear daughter, weave thy night into being.
That one always feels pretty sketchy. Thank you for GG. Like, I know a lot of people prefer to, like, use the bow there and stuff like that, but the amount of times I've been caught out, like, doing the drawback animation and stuff, I don't like it. You haven't seen that? Yeah, that's what happens when you have maxed out damage and you use RKR. But that's why she's like an early boss that we do so late. Is because if you let her run around and start summoning stuff and throwing spells, it gets so messy. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. Like, it looks a lot better. It still feels very nerve-wracking though. So it feels like a bit of a mixed bag, but I don't think we've gotten hit with like the dagger strat yet. Does this still work? Okay.
Please, There's no...
You merciless brutes. Let the curse take everything.
Yeah. So, like, the issue I always had was I always misjudged how far the books can go when they throw them at you, I guess. I had chandeliers dropped on my head, which that's totally like a skill issue thing. That's totally on me. But yeah, I was having a lot of issues where I would like shoot arrows and they would hit stacks of books and all kinds of stuff. And then as soon as we started going in with like the dagger, I'm like, all right, this is like a quick weapon. We don't get locked in animation. Like this could just be better. Yeah, it felt like that, but then I was like, all right, let's try something else just to see. And I was like, oh, that actually just feels better. So we'll probably just stick with that. Dude, the chandeliers are so dangerous for no reason whatsoever. It's actually kind of nutty. Ah, this is bad. Okay. I was not on my path there. That would have been such a tragic way to lose that. Yeah, I lost track of where I was. That was not great. Why does money? I have no answers. Yeah, I'm not even sure that that was a focus issue. I think that was just like a snowblind issue. I didn't think I was that far up yet. Don't swear in chat. Censor that crap, Zorp. Dang. That was not the comfiest pathing I've ever seen from him. Maybe that was too far. I hate aiming with controllers so much, dude. Okay. Dude, it's the worst. Oh, hold on. We were gambiting. We could have just killed ourselves right there. Yo, camera, can we not? Alright, well. That's where our last deep run ended. So this is the furthest we've been in a minute. Thank you for GG's, guys. If I start kind of ignoring you guys, I am very sorry. But like we're like in it now. Thank you for the hydrate, Vi. Then you'll be mad. Fair enough. Oh. Alright, what are we moving on to? We're moving on to Moog. So we need to make sure we rest at a grace and change our physics so we don't screw up the script. Okay. You didn't like that I moved my chair? I didn't even move my chair, I just stood up. Okay. We need this. Alright, I'm just gonna rest here, I think, and swap the physic tier now. That will be fine. We get kicked off around here. And we just run back. Alright. Vi wants to watch me play something that is not Elden Ring so bad. Okay. So we have this, we need to go back, we need to get the throwing daggers. Moog is like the only boss I use them on, so I had not bought them prior to now. I screamed 4 times. I'm so sorry. Welcome in, Guinea. It's good to see you, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it. Must have looked extra safe. I know, only 4?
Wait, well, you're...
Yo, what's up, Donut? Welcome in, dude.
Goodbye.
Yo, thank you for the gift subs, You had not. What's going on, Donut? For like 3 hours, yo. Like the king of work. Hello?
I
Okay.
can see it as clear as day. The coming of our
Dude, that wasn't
dynasty.
even me not being locked in. That's literally just stupid Starfist bullcrap. Good lord. Ah, thank you for the GGs, guys. It really does. Apparently, like, his cloak itself doesn't have hitboxes. It's his leg specifically. And apparently I misjudged that. I have no idea if that's actually a real thing. I'm just... That's what it feels like. And it is very obnoxious. Thank you for GG, one of a kind. Yo, what's up, Wandering? Thank you for good luck, dude. Yeah, the hitboxes are really cool to look at. That's something I need to do more of. We were talking the other day about how, like, I don't take as much advantage of ER tool as I should. That's, like, one of the big things. We are gambiting extra, and I will hear no slander. We are too late in the run to worry about that. Okay, screw you both. Can't be worse than Lank. Lank do like a nice gambit. Oh crap. Okay. Yeah, that's gotta be like the worst running section in the game. Like, as much as I joke, like, running through mountaintops is just like really long and stuff like that, and I hate it, like, or Dina kind of scares me, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna grab this. I feel like I get weird aggro from stuff behind me here sometimes if I don't. Realistically, this should be completely unnecessary, but it's there. I'm gonna take it. Alright, we rest here as well. It looks like it's pretty night, so that's nice at least. That was abnormal. Okay, he's not. No, he's not. Okay. Ah, I should have swapped my physic tier back. I don't think it'll matter, but would have been a little bit extra damage. Oh man, thank you for the GGs, guys. Okay, what do we need to do here? Do I have anyone here who would be kind enough to put me on pace? This is where I did it last time, so if we're going to do that, now would be the time, I think. Oh wait, need Gambit also. That's actually kind of really important. No, I am too high. I hope we can clutch this. I just need to play her slow. Like that's all I gotta do. Alright, we drew aggro from like a lot of things. We're just gonna chill for a second. My lines make it cozy? That's a first. I've not heard that one. Yo, how's it going, Pragmatic? Welcome in, dude. We're at the tail end of our All Great Runes Hitless run, so I'm kind of locked in a little bit. Appreciate you being here, though, dude. Welcome in, welcome in. Alright, just gonna reset. Yeah, I mean, you just had to start over, RIP, dude. It does happen, though. Just one of those things. Alright, well, I'm gonna minimize chat. Yeah, Physic is good. We use the nerf down version. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see you guys soon. Let's go!
Extraordinary.
Holy crap, dude. Dude.
Dear Mikola. Oh, dearest Mikola.
Holy crap, dude. That's it. That's it. We did it. Whew. I did it. Oh man, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I had that.
The fallen leaves tell a story
Never doubted.
of how a tarnished became
Holy crap,
Elden
dude.
Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
Sorry guys, I don't have chat pulled up just yet. I'm just waiting for the credits to start. I don't want to like alt tab and then like disqualify myself, but holy crap, dude. Sorry, shut up. You can't run ads now. What the heck? That would be awful. No, it start. I am so sorry, guys. I am the worst. It started. Ah, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, it just started. Oh my gosh. That's like Noble's final screw you to the run, I swear to God. Holy crap. Man. The timing could have been worse. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yo, this is great. Yo, Meta, thank you for the 5 gifted. Oh my gosh, guys. I really did not think we had a chance today. Like, I really didn't. Like, based on the way rounds went yesterday, I was like, let's get out of early game. We'll call that good. But, like, man. This is crazy. Thank you for the 12 bits. Bye. Yeah, no part of me thought we had this. Yesterday, yeah, literally just 5 hours of setup and Noble being screwy, dude. Holy crap. But like, that's it. We did it. We can like go play something else now. Like, we're gonna play Sekiro tomorrow. We're not booting up Elden Ring. We're gonna finally get to escape this and do something else. That's crazy. Look at all that green, dude. Oh my God. Wow. Absolutely insane. 0, 0, 0. Dude, that's what we like to see. That's what's up. Thank you for the follow as well. I think I missed that a little bit earlier. Fifth Melon, welcome in, dude. Appreciate the GGs. Wow. You know, it's always the run until it's not. And this will now always be the run. I've started Hollow Knight many, many times. It has never been one of those games that clicked for me though. I've heard a lot of people say like you really need to like sit down and play it a couple times for it to work, but what was the name that won? I don't even remember. We can check in just a minute. Yo, what's up, Brian? You are coming into a completed hitless run, my guy. Welcome in. It's good to see you, dude. Holy crap. Dude, we get to play Sekiro tomorrow. We get to like not worry about being hitless. We're just gonna like play the game. Holy. Dude, thank you guys all so much for being here. I mega appreciate it. We've been working on this run for like a little over 2 months. This was run 51. And I mean that's the one that did it. Holy crap. Yeah, thank you for the GGs, dude. Yeah, I think I was just so inspired by your 33-minute PB yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and get the run today. We're just gonna do it. Yeah, Sekiro is a linear game. There's like a couple like branching paths, but it's pretty straightforward. Thanks for doing a hitless run, dude. I do it for you guys, you know. No, I super appreciate everyone who's like been here and sat and chatted through like 5 hours of setup like on any given day and just been like, no worries, dude, you got this. Like next one's for sure. Um, I don't know that this is the kind of thing that I would have stuck with if I was just doing it myself. So huge props to you guys. Yeah, I never realized how long these credits are. This is kind of nutty. Oh man, huge. No, we could skip them at any time. I'm just like reeling a little bit. I legitimately did not think that was the run. Like even going into Melania, I was like, something's gonna happen. Um, I think if she had given us waterfowl, like we might have choked. Like I was shaking pretty bad. I'm not sure I would have reacted appropriately in time, but I mean, she didn't. We've done hitless Melania in the past with waterfowl, so I mean it's unfortunate that it's not part of the run that'll be like immortalized, but I mean it is what it is. Maybe we come back at some point and there's like another run that includes Melania and then also some additional stuff. I don't know. Yeah, the universe knew you needed to be awake. Oh, check out this banger emote I just got. Yeah, I mean there was a crap ton of work that went into this. I think when we started this run, I was probably just shy of like 12,000 hours or 1,200 rather, not 1,000. God, that would be insane. Let me see where we're at now. Yeah, so it took about 150 hours worth of practice to get this. So that we it was a lot of work. What is this? This is I think day 27. Yeah, day 27. We've been on PB1 for like 2 weeks. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but holy crap, it feels good to like end that on something that wasn't scripted. I think that was the right move. Like even though we got there originally and choked it, like it it feels way better. to end on something that like we could have died to, you know, as much more difficult as that was. But I mean, boom, there it is. We did it. Everyone wave goodbye to Elden Ring for a bit. We'll come back eventually. Like I would like to learn DLC stuff and try some harder runs, but yo, Lid, welcome in. I'm so sorry. I feel bad that I got the run on a Sunday when I usually don't stream. I feel like a lot of people who are usually here were not here today. I I do genuinely feel bad about that. But like if you've been here for any amount of this, like even if it wasn't for the run today, like I super appreciate you guys. I don't think I can say that enough. Thank you for the 5, Lid. I do appreciate it. I feel like that's the way to do it. I guess I'm that scripted. Somehow find a way to choke it. Yeah, yeah. Getting scripted stuff isn't as easy as people make it out to be. I think. Yo, what's up, Hanako? Welcome in, welcome in. We just got our hitless run, dude. I'm like reeling right now. It's crazy. Oh yeah, your first stream. Let's go, one of a kind. Huge W to you. I'll get to continue the celebration through the week. We might have to. Yo, what's up, Jick? Thank you for GG's, man. Tess, thank you for GG's. Oh man, this is... Now you can quit running. Nah, we start Sekiro tomorrow, my guy. We start it tomorrow. Not hitless stuff right away. Like we need to actually like learn how to play the game and all that. But yeah, we've got a list. All right, what was the winning name? Poodle Brain was the one who pulled it off. Can you believe that? Poodle Brain was the one. That's great. That is a good run though. 3 hours 14 minutes. That was actually a pretty decent run time for this category. Wow. And that's it. I don't even get to do the ceremonious uninstalling of the game either, though. That's kind of unfortunate. I like to do that after we like wrap something up. Yeah, right? I know Gura just posted like an hour 53 or something like that for hitless speedrun, but yo, what's up, Goody? Welcome in, dude. Yeah, we got it. It was your raid. Your raid blessed us. And you came in and said, this is the one. And it was, in fact, the one. Absolutely insane. You didn't tell him? I think it might have been you. No, I didn't expect to still be streaming either, honestly. I thought we probably would have choked like halfway through and been like, well, I guess that's it. We'll come back tomorrow and go for it. Yeah, I did try a little bit of Executor. He looks pretty dope. I'm not sure how good he is, like within the context of um like the overall gameplay of Night Rain, but yeah, I have a lot to learn for Sekiro, like 100%. Like I am pretty trash at the game. Thank you very much, Hanako. I do appreciate it. You're a big Executor fan, yeah. He does look really fun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna enjoy learning something new. It's been a hot minute since we did. Like we learned like a couple new bosses for this run, but Naraka took you out. Dude, that game looked tough. It seemed like you were pretty good at it, but I was like, it feels like there's so much going on though. Wow. I can't believe Poodle Brain was the one. Yo, thank you for GG's. I do appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, it I did see Heb go on his little tirade about it's not a fighting game. That was kind of funny. Get right up your alley, right, Brian? You suck. I mean, I saw you get like 3 kills before you got taken out in the on the first one you did. Oh man, do we change the background now? Do we need like a Sekiro themed one? Now that that's gonna be like our main game for a while? Maybe that's the move, and then one day like it'll come back to this background and people will be like, "Oh crap, we're back to Elden Ring." That could be hype. I might look for a new one for like based on what game we've been playing. That could be cool. Oh man. All right. It is 8:15. I am starving. I have not had dinner. I had like a late lunch. So again, I appreciate everyone who came in, everyone who gifted subs, bits, all that stuff, all the new followers, all the raids we got today. Anyone who's been here for a hot minute and watched me struggle through this run. Huge support to all you guys. And thank you for that follow. I do appreciate it. Alright, let me see who we've got for raid targets tonight. I feel like some days there's like not as many people online. Yo, what's up, Poppy? We just got the run, dude. I am so stoked. You know what would be really funny? The last time when we got our any percent we raided Tark, it might be the move to raid Tark again and be like, we did in fact get the run once more. Thank you for those bits, Poppy. So I think we're gonna do that. He just started stream. He's working on Celeste today, which is a very cool run. This is something that's on my list. I suck at platforming games, so that one's gonna be a real journey for me. But we're gonna raid over. I'm gonna write out a special raid message for us here. Let me see. Why did my chat just get wiped? I have no idea. It was like I left for just a second. And it just like wiped my chat. I don't know why. Hopefully you guys aren't talking right now and I'm just like completely missing it. But PB0. If you guys are subbed, you can go ahead and copy that one. Nope, not that. Throw a T in there. 2 T's, in fact. Yeah, I forgot that's like a shortcut I have for streaming stuff that I have set up, so that was my bad. The run's about to run out though. Nah, we go. All right, 5 seconds. Thank you again, everyone. Super appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.